Hey guys, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at another requirement of how to combine an aggregate function with a group by clause in a way that we will be able to create a useful and insightful report. So let's say I want to know the the minimum salary in employees table. Okay, so if I want to know the minimum salary in employees table, all I need to do is to say select main salary from employees. Okay, so that means select minimum salary from employees. And when I run this, I have 20,542. That's the minimum salary. But what if I want to know the minimum salary in each department? Okay, this is the minimum salary in employees table. That is, out of all the 1,000 employees that we have, the least salary is 20,542. But what if I want to know the least or the minimum salary in pharmacy department? I want to know the minimum salary in tools, in sports, in clothing, in phones and tablets, like that. How do I do it? Okay, so for us to break or to get minimum salary from each department, all we need to do is to say group group by department. So what I'm trying to say here by this group by means that I want minimum salary, but I want minimum salary by department. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what this clause means in this instance. You know, in the previous tutorial, we're looking at how to combine sum function with group by. And I said it means that break down the total sum of salary in this employees table into departments. Okay, but in this instance, group by doesn't mean breakdown. In this instance, you are saying, give me minimum salary, but I want it per department. That's what I'm saying. So the minimum salary I want you to return, I want it to be the minimum salary in pharmacy, and minimum salary in tools, in sports, like that. Okay, so let's run this and see what we have. Now I have 27 rows. Don't forget we have 27 departments in this table. So this is one department, 20,542. This is another department, 23,159, 26,747, like that. But it's still not presentable. I can't give this to anyone. Why? Because it's only showing salary. So what department does this belong to? What department does the second salary belong to, like that? So it only makes sense when I come back to the select line and add department. So I can say I also want to see department. Okay. So if I had department, now if I run, we're expecting to see two columns. The first one being department and the second one being the aggregate column, which is the mean salary column. Okay, so we want to see two columns, department and main salary, which is the aggregate column. The department in this instance is the non-aggregate column, and the main salary column would be the aggregate column. So let's run and see what we have. So it means that the employee that is getting the least salary is from pharmacy department. Yeah, and we have children clothing is 2023. Or if I really want to be sure, I can rearrange this and say order by. I can order by this column, this second column, or I can say two, order by two, whichever you want to do. So I'm just going to copy this and say order by main salary, that is order by this column, this second column. So order by main salary ascending. So it's going to rearrange this main salary column starting from the least salary. So let's see what we have. You see, this remains the least, followed by grocery 20,613, followed by device repair 20,664, followed by music 2,776, like that. So that's how to combine a main salary with group by. It depends on the requirement. One more thing that we can do here is, what if I want to see this minimum salary based on, maybe I want to see the minimum salary in each department, looking at each gender. So how do I mean? Pharmacy is going to show me the least paid male employee and the least paid female employee. It goes back to grocery. Grocery is going to show me the least paid male, the salary of the least paid male employee, and the salary of the least paid male female employee, like that. So instead of having one record per department, we're going to have two records per department. The first one for pharmacy, for instance, would show 20,542, either for a male employee or for a female employee. Then the next row would also be pharmacy. It will show if it's for a male or a female employee, like that. So what if you want to do that? How do we do it? So I can come here and say, I already have two columns which says select department, minimum salary from employees. Then I want to add a condition. I come down here and say, um, or instead of having that condition, I can as well group by department, which we already have, and then I say also group by gender. So let me change this to lowercase. So now I want you to return minimum salary, and I want you to categorize it this way: minimum salary in each department. Okay. Now, when you find out the minimum salary in each department, which we already have displayed on the screen, I want you to further break this down into gender. So I want to know the minimum salary in male category, the minimum salary in female category in each department. So that's what this group by is doing here. Group this minimum salary by department. That is minimum salary for each department. When you find out what the minimum salary is, I want you to find it out for male separately. So which male is getting paid the least in each department? Which female is getting paid the least in each department? Okay, so let's run and see what we have. So we are grouping by department, and this time I'm going to order. You see, we have, let me run again. Take note of what is displayed there. We have 54 rows instead of 27. Okay, and let me change this order by, let's order by department so that we can see each department follows each order. Let's order by department. Order by department. Okay, so now you see we have two occurrences of each one. So automotive 29,752. Then another automotive 60,089. But something is missing. So is this 29,000 for the least paid male employee in this department, or is it for female? So it means we need gender column. So we know, is this male or female? We know which one is male, which one is female. Okay, so I can go back to my select line and add gender. So I also want to see gender. If I run again, okay, we need to put comma here. So this will happen often in real world environment when you forget to do something. It's going to throw error. So I'm supposed to put a comma here. So let's run. Now we are good. Now you see automotive, we have the the least paid male employee in automotive department, hence 29,752, and the least paid female employee earns 60,089. If we go down to beauty, we have the least paid male earning 28,293, and the least paid female employee earning 22. If we go to books, we have 46, and we have least paid female in books department 41. Camping, female and male. We have it like that. You see? So is it requires it's not so difficult. I believe you begin to see this by now. It's just it requires critical thinking. As long as you know the syntax to use, and you know the order in which to use them. Okay, so we are able to we are able to retrieve minimum salary per department, and we are able to further break it down into minimum salary for the male employee category in each department, and the minimum salary for the female employee category in each department. And now we have 54 records as against 27 if we don't want to break it down into male and female. And we only have 4 lines of code. Okay, we only have 4 lines in our query, and we have this amazing report that can give us something like this. So even if you have 10 million records or you have 1 billion records, it's the same query. It's still the same thing. So if you learn how to write SQL looking at 1,000 records, it's the same thing that you're going to write when you have a billion records. Just know the syntax. Okay. So in the next tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to use the same query for max aggregate function. So we're only going to change this to max. I don't want us to do everything in one tutorial. I don't want it to get too long, okay? Because I know you need to digest this, you need to assimilate this. And so by the time we get to the next tutorial, you already know how it works, okay? And we're going to rewrite this from the scratch just for emphasis sake. So thank you guys for watching. If you don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos, please subscribe. So that way you get notified when I upload a new video. I will see you in the next one.